It's really difficult going out in the field and doing a concert in a stadium, anywhere, especially in a Camp Buring, which had 12,000 troops and 12 miles outside of Iraq. This was one of the most fun things I had ever done. It was really cool, and I was really glad to have my system, on the other side of the planet with me. I couldn't have pulled this off. I made a decision a long time ago to be inside the box. And so I made that leap for many reasons. And so the sound quality for me is very transparent. It's very familiar to me, things that I've gotten used to, using Pro Tools inside the box a long time ago. So the console doesn't really, it's very transparent. It doesn't have a sound. It's just, it's a vehicle to be able to manipulate Pro Tools inside. I really like the fact that I'm able to use the plugins on this console because I have really favorite plugins that I like to use. I do also really like the EQ and the compressor that's on board with the D-Show. It's very efficient and it's very good. I'm able to organize categories of instruments, guitars, basses, drums on certain different levels, because when we do these concerts, we're doing it festival style, and we have to move quickly from one band to the next. And so the D-Show, keeps me organized that way, and just my train of thought, people use this thing all different ways, but I need to be able to hit one button, turn a lot of things off. Hit one button, things come back on. I need to be able to mute things quickly, as opposed to individually on and off, mouse, mouse, mouse. I'm much more of a tactile guy. The console does it for me. We were going to do Operation MySpace, which was at Camp Buring in Kuwait. 12,000 troops were there. We had Disturbed, we had Filter, we had the Pussycat Dolls, Jessica Simpson, Carlos Mencia was the comedian host, and it was really an honor, first of all, to be there, for the troops to do something like this. It had been decided that Disturbed was going to go on first. And so they went on first, and the show went off, and probably about in between them and Filter, the whole band had rushed to the truck that I had my D-Show in, and high five and hugging. They were getting texts back from the States saying how great it sounded. And this was one of the first broadcasts live in HD over the internet. This was quite an accomplishment. When we came back from Kuwait, the gear was really filthy. We were able to bring everything that we had. We brought it back to RSPE, cleaned everything up, because I had to get back on the road. We had things to do. And from this extreme of being in the heat of Kuwait, I was on my way to, I think, in Idaho, where one of the Honda ski tours was performing. It was freezing there. And we literally had to turn on the computer with a hairdryer and then keep the system on for 2 days. The console was perfect, worked beautifully all the time. And so, from the extreme heat to the extreme cold, this gear held up. Here I am with my venue system, and I'm just off of stage left. The stage is right here, the dressing rooms are right here, and I kept seeing Rod walk back and forth, and until we had rehearsal. And my system was so compact, and it was just fit perfectly right there, and that's where I had to be. So this system was being broadcast live in 5.1, and we were also, I believe we were sending this out to the Regal theaters. That's what that was. Our broadcast was to the Regal theaters at the time. And so the show was going off. I was capturing it for multi-track for other purposes afterwards, but I was sending a 5.1 live feed. It was incredible. And I think probably one of the coolest things about this venue, is that we're able to, because you never really know if an artist is going to be angry or pissed off, or how much of a sound check that you get. So, with the virtual sound check, we're able to record, come back, impact our line trims, and when we flip it over, it corresponds back to the mic pre's, which is so helpful to front of house guys and someone like me.